Hello everyone, how you guys doing? My name is Faith and thank you so much for coming to my channel. So I want to redirect this channel towards more of it's going to be dealing still with medical issues, but I want to direct it more of the things that I am going through myself. I think I'll be able to reach a different demographic of people that will most likely get more information of what I am talking about. So the one thing I really is that I deal with on the regular basis for years now is trying to conceive. So a little bit of background about me. I am 35 years old, married for the last 7 years, and we still have not conceived yet. So we have not prevented of, I think maybe for 1 year I had an IUD because I had to do bariatric surgery. But besides that 1 year, we have not prevented any form of trying to get pregnant. We've been together 14 years, so I would say 12 years out of that 14 years, we did not prevent. We didn't use any protection. There might have been here and there that I was on birth control in order to start my period, but it never helped. So it was just basically like most of it like a waste of time. So a little bit of history of ttcing. Well, the reason why I was having a hard time conceiving. So in 2007 or 8, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. If you guys don't know what polycystic ovarian syndrome, it is a hormone imbalance, basically to where if you hear somebody coughing, it's my husband downstairs. Um, it's basically hormone imbalance where either there are different factors. So, for example, people might have cysts in their ovaries that enable them to actually ovulate well, or people might ovulate, but there is an empty sac. They might not get their menstrual on a regular basis. They might be like, for example, for me, when to give myself an example, for me was mostly weight gain. I was close to 280, pushing 290. That was my heaviest weight. Of barely getting my menstrual. I might get my menstrual throughout the 12 months. I might get my menstrual maybe 4 out of that 12 months. So I was barely gaining a menstrual. And if I did get a menstrual, it might be for like 4 or 5 days. And it will be extremely heavy. And sometimes my period will start and it will not stop. When I say it won't stop, it will not like a week or two. It will not stop for like 4 straight months. There was a time in 2008, 2008, when I first started going to the hospital I work for now. My aunt, my husband's aunt, I call my aunt, she took me to the doctors and my blood pressure was 89 over 60 something. I will never forget. I was complaining that I was just too tired, felt drained because I was on my menstrual for 4 months at that time, and they gave me birth control in order to slow it down. It did, but the birth control did not help as much. It gave me a lot of mood swings, had a lot of side effects with it. Not like horrible side effects, but enough side effects to impact my life. I don't remember all the side effects. So I got off of those, and then I was given Provera. There's two different type of Proveras. There's the Provera Depot, which is a birth control so that you won't get pregnant. That's an injection that you get every 3 months from your primary care or OB clinic, and then or Parent Parenthood. I don't know if they do that still. And also Provera in order to bring your menstrual. So I was given Provera, the 10 tablets. It brings and stops your menstrual. Since I was bleeding heavily, they gave me that to stop, and they also gave me iron pills because I was losing so much blood. I was saturating, let's say, I know this is TMI, but I was saturating 3 to 4 um, I was actually at least 2 to 3 the super pads per hour. I was losing a lot of blood. I was so exhausted at all times. I just felt drained. I was dizzy. And then finally it stopped. Once it stopped, I didn't get my period again for like 6, 7 months. Um, no spotting, no nothing, just nothing. And it was so hard because it's always your weight, your weight, your weight. But at the time, I did not want to hear that it's my weight because I seen people that are 400 or 500 pounds get pregnant with no problem. I'm like, why can't I get pregnant? And so years go by. I just let it go. Years go by, and we get engaged in 2009. And that's when I decided to think about getting pregnant. Um, so for the 2 years that we were engaged, definitely tried every single month, nothing at all. We got married in 2011, June 22nd, and then December, I got went to see a reproductive endocrinologist. They are the doctors that you see when you are trying to get pregnant. Um, I was expecting to get Clomid or Clomiphene that same day, which I was horribly mistaken. And I'm glad that she did not give it to me that same day. So I went in. Her name was like so long, but we call her Dr. T. So Dr. T did a lot of blood work. Um, she gave me metformin. Metformin is medication for diabetics, but also helps with regulating your insulin in your body because that's another form of polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, is your insulin dependency. It's not that great. So she gave me that. That gave me the worst diarrhea of my life. Not only gave me the worst diarrhea of my life, it brought my blood sugar down too low. So I could not stay on it. I took myself off of it. I couldn't function. I was like almost passing out at work. It was just too much to deal with. So I got off of that. But once I got off of that, she put me on Depo. Not Depo, I'm sorry. Provera. She gave me on Provera you take it for 10 days at a time every single month in order to bring your menstrual so that my body can get used to having its period. We did that for a while. Nothing. We did some more blood work. Everything came back normal. My scans, I have no cyst or anything like that. Everything was normal. It's just that the way they described it to me is the message does not get to my ovaries for my ovaries to develop eggs. So she left. When she left the hospital, I let her go for like another 2 more years. And then I'm like, okay, I want to try again. So I seen another doctor, and basically the same thing. Um, wanted to offer me metformin. I said no. I tried that already. We did Provera for a couple of months. Nothing happened. We did diets. We did so many different things. Nothing happened. So she's like, fine, I'll start you on Clomid, which I was so excited. So Clomid or Clomiphene is a reproductive hormone medicine in order to get you be fertile. So she started me at 50, and took it. You take it like the third day of your period. I can't remember exactly. I'll do another video dedicated just to Clomiphene. So I did a Clomid cycle. The first cycle, I ovulated. That's the first time I think I truly ovulated, and it hurt so bad. Like we couldn't do nothing. It hurt that bad. I couldn't even put on my clothes. That it hurt so bad. I never ovulated on my own before. That was the first time I ever ovulated. So we didn't do anything that cycle. Second cycle, it was really hard because it felt like you had to be on a schedule. And it just felt like it it just felt like forced, and it felt like it didn't feel natural. It felt like I was, everything was a cycle, and you have to count everything, write everything down. It was just too much. I was on that cycle for 6 full months, not one time. was I pregnant. I did not miss a period. I did not miss a tablet. I didn't miss nothing. We went up all the way to 150 milligram. I still even have some left. That's way expired, but I just keep it just to remind myself about it. So once that was done, I just gave up hope and kept on living my life until I decided to do bariatric surgery. Then I did bariatric surgery. I lost quite a bit of weight, and then I'm like, okay, let's try this again, because now my menstrual come every single month without taking any medication, without any birth control, without anything. My menstruals come every single month on time. It might be like between 4 and 5 days, either early or late. So I'm between like 30 to 35 cycle days. So, but it comes every month. I not missed a period since May of 2016. I've not missed a menstrual. And right now is October 29th of 2018. So it's like a year and a half. I did not miss a menstrual. And so we decided to see another fertility specialist. The first appointment with this doctor is a new male doctor. I've never seen a male fertility doctor before. This new male fertility doctor, he's like, saw him, he walked in and called him Dr. H. He's like, let's cut the bullshit. I was like, okay, don't mind this. I was doing, I have another video, another channel, but just only about beauty. So I was doing this. Anyway, he's like, let's cut the bullshit and let's figure out what's going on with you. You've seen 2 to 3 specialists for the past 6, 7 years and nothing has changed. He's like, has your husband been tested? I'm like, no, they never asked. They're like, well, what you doing to think that's the problem? I'm like, I don't know. They never asked. So he got tested. Of course, he's the problem. Don't want to say he's the problem, like it's, oh, you're the problem. Um, the count is very low. It's extremely, extremely low. And he said the reason why I'm not pregnant is not because I just have PCOS. It's just that his sperm count is extremely low. The normal count is 20 million, I believe. I'll do another full dedication video on sperm counts and how your ovaries and the eggs and all that stuff come together. I'll do a separate video on that, but the normal sperm count, if I'm not mistaken, is 20 million. His is about 2 million. And off of that 2 million, roughly about 1 million is okay, but not viable enough. Off of that million, half of that million is viable. So my chances for getting pregnant went from this to here. It's like, I'm fine, 100% fine. Nothing's wrong with me at all. But now it's my spouse. So we have to go through hurdles to get approval from insurance and all that kind of stuff. So right now, just at a standstill. Don't know what's going to happen, but that is my journey. I'm still going through it. So the more information I get about ttcing, I will share with you guys. I am trying on an every single month basis. I try different things, different herbs, different remedies, different a whole bunch of stuff that I have lots of information. You know, like I said, I've been going through this since 2009, and it is almost 10 years. Almost 10 years of trying, and it's nothing so far. So either we're not meant to be, or it's just not time yet. I don't know, but I do have a lot of experience on ttcing, a lot of feelings that you feel as a person, as a woman going through this. I can understand. I've been through it. I've gone through mostly everything besides IVF and IUIs. I have not done those two yet, but those two are the next steps once insurance pays for it. But yeah, I'll give you guys another full detail video on Clomid, which will be coming up hopefully either tomorrow or the day after. But other than that, if you guys want to learn more about ttcing and how to go through ttcing, what are the steps to go through ttcing, what you should be asking your endocrinologist, your doctor on ttcing. If you have any questions about it, like I said, I've been going through this for the last almost 10 years. Well, we've been together for 14, so I would say 12 years that we actively tried with nothing. And so if you guys have any questions or there's a certain thing you want to talk about ttcing, that you have a question, just leave in the comment below and I'll do the best of my ability to answer it for you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, love y'all. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.